Go.
Hi everybody, Preston Johnson here with the American Masters Bowling Tour. We're at Sunny Brook Lanes in Sterling Heights, Michigan. We just finished up our year-end tournament, had a fantastic time, great turnout, and we had a really challenging condition. And I'm proud to present our champion, year-end champion, back-to-back winner, Kevin Chapoton.
Chapoton.
I was going to
Way to go, Kevin.
Congratulations.
Great bowling today.
Outstanding, man. I missed the last tournament, so I didn't get a chance to do the interview, so I'm really happy to be able to do yours today. You know, how does it feel, man? Back-to-back championship, tough condition today.
Yeah, it was different, definitely different, you know. Yeah, I threw two different balls, so it seems like I had a similar look, but once the lanes broke down, it was totally
really
nightmare,
different.
You know.
Now, you know, you had a great day. I mean, you won, you know, just about every jackpot we had. He was smart enough to use the sponsored ball or motor ball, so you got the ball bonus, which was a double ball bonus today. So you got that. But we bowled in a really unique condition. We've never ever used this condition before. It's brand new with the USBC, and it's called the Paris and the Sydney. And the reason I say the Paris and the Sydney, at our year-end tournaments, what we do is put two different lane conditions per pair. So the left pair is one condition, the right pair is a different condition, and it really forces the bowlers to be very versatile, figure out the lanes fast. But we tricked everybody because the left lane was supposed to be long, and everybody thought long meant long and heavy with volume, but it was light in volume, and so it threw everybody. And then the short pattern was really short, so everybody was like, wait a minute, the short pattern didn't play the way the long pattern was supposed to be, the long pattern was short, and everybody tried to figure it out, but Kevin, you figured it out, man. What was the secret? What did you do today?
Well, I just looked at the way they put down the oil. I noticed the 33 was more flat, so I tried to play outside, and I noticed the other one was a lot of light oil on the outside, so tried to swing it out, you know, just push the ball out and let the ball do the rest.
There you go. So take me through qualifying for you. What happened in qualifying when you first threw your first couple of shots? You know, we give you guys a little bit of warm-up time, and you probably thought it was going to be one way, turned out to be a little bit different. What was your strategy going in? How did you want to play the game? Particularly after coming off of a win last week, you had to be pumped up. Yeah. You know, that confidence level, and you've been bowling great this year anyway. You know, been making match play, not quite making it to this seat, but last tournament you made it. So you had to be coming in with a tremendous amount of confidence, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. I was ready to win again, you know. I wasn't gonna, you know, pass up the opportunity to try to win two in a row, you know.
Yeah. So walk me through qualifying. How did qualifying go for you? What did you end up
doing?
When
I first threw my ball on the left lane, it was 47 foot. I threw a ball that had 700 grit on it.
Oh my God.
And as soon as the ball hit the lane, it just took off. I was like, well, this is not gonna work.
Right.
So I went to a less aggressive ball. I tried to swing it a little bit, and I tended to just open up the lane a little bit. And on the right lane, I bowl on a USA Experience League, and we happened to bowl on that shot a couple weeks ago. So I was kind of familiar of where I wanted to be, you know. Yeah. So the rest was just touch and feel. Okay. You know.
So how did the games go? Did you have a particular point where you said, wait a minute, something's not working, let me switch balls?
Well, my first two games I shot 212 actual and 211, and then I started going down a little bit, and it was because the right lane was pushing the oil down, so it wasn't hooking as much no more, and the left lane, the heads were gone, so it seemed like it just hooked as soon as you threw the ball.
Exactly, because we had low volume, so that makes sense. Because the heads are going to wear out first, and it was low volume, so as soon as you put the ball down, it was starting to hook.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but you conquered it, man. You were a high qualifier, man.
Yep, high qualifier.
Yeah. And you ended up with a 1146 for the high. Our cut score was a +7. Now, those of you that followed the American Masters, in the handicap division, the handicap division is normally high plus. Okay, it's rarely negative, and if we had normally done, let's say, top 12 or whatever, we would have had a negative cut score. But +7 in the handicap division, that's unheard of.
Yes.
You know? So you made it. You were the man.
Yeah.
So now you had a 2-round bye. Is that right? Because you were a high qualifier. Now, I personally don't care for buys. I mean, when I'm bowling, I want to keep bowling, you know, and so forth.
Well, yeah, I had 2-round buys. Last year I was top qualifier. I had 2-round buys. In the first game I threw, I lost because I was sitting too much.
Exactly.
Today, same issue. I went down to practice. The lanes were totally different than what we were throwing on. So I just threw a couple balls and just sat back and just tried to relax and look at who was throwing on my lanes. And I noticed nobody was throwing on my lanes. So I just went back to what I
what you
did
were doing before.
on the 5th game.
Now, so tell me, so walk me through qualify or through match play. So who did you have first? I didn't see your earlier matches. Do you remember who you had?
First I had Larry.
Gabala?
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I only won by 2 pins.
Yeah. I did see part of that one.
Very tight.
Yeah.
We both opened in the 10th frame, and luckily I was up 2 pins.
You're the one.
Yeah.
Now, and then the one that I did see, you were bowling against, what was her name, Janice Toss?
Janice
Tross.
Janice Tross.
Sorry, Janice. Janice Tross. And that was probably the most exciting match for me of the day, because you were right there. You left a baby split, and I think you thought you had already lost, and really didn't go after trying to pick up the split or anything like that.
Well, I left the baby split, and I thought I had to make it to at least stay in the game, and I just totally whiffed the ball and threw it in the gutter, and it forced a roll off.
Yeah, because what happened with you, I'm not sure what happened. I think I miscalculated too. I thought you had to get a mark. Somebody came down and they told me, well, he needed a mark or whatever. And so I'm looking at it, and I looked at the score again. I said, well, he just needs a pin. And then when I saw you throw it, it got right, near the pins, and then went into the gully.
Oh, yeah.
And then you looked like, well, okay, I lost the match. And then somebody did the recalculations and says, no, you all tied. And I saw the expression on your face like, oh my God, they're tied. And there was this renewed sense of optimism on your face. And then you doubled, if I remember right. And then,
yep, I went 3 strikes. And then I threw, I believe, a 9 count. Yeah.
And after that, whoever you were going to bowl against in the finals, they had you to deal with at that point, because you were unstoppable. So tell me about the final match.
Well, I'm not sure who I was bowling, but when I was...
His name is Miles Basic.
When I was watching him bowl, I kind of got a little nervous because he was throwing a good ball. He had a good look, and I thought he had a little bit better look than me, so then I noticed he was getting an extra 10 pins. I got a little worried, but he opened in his 2nd frame, and it just opened the door.
Yeah, I'm assuming that he's bowled with us before. I had never seen him before, but very smooth, very just a great game, And I was watching him doing the other qualifying match play matches, and he was doing really well. And then when I saw he was bowling against you two, I was like, I'm flipping a coin, because you had the momentum. You won last tournament, high qualifier. The opportunity where you had a chance to recover and so forth. So you had the momentum coming behind you. So it could have gone either way. But I didn't get a chance to see the end of the match. I saw it begin, and I went down to watch the scratch guys bowl. And next thing you know, they said, Kevin won! I was like, oh my God. Tremendous day for you, man. How does it feel?
Feels great. Feels great. Feels good to finally win. There's so many tournaments that I wasn't even qualifying, and it was getting frustrating. And finally, now that I'm qualifying and winning, it's totally different. It's fun again,
Exactly. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hi, folks. I'm back here with, I'm going to butcher your name again. Chapoton.
Chapoton.
I can't get it straight.
Great bowling, Kevin.
Kevin Chapoton. He's our handicap division champion here at our year-end tournament here at Sunny Brook Lanes. Off camera, we were kind of chit-chatting a little bit, and I really wanted to get into what was different about your season this year versus last year. You really have been bowling really well, but last season you had some equipment issues and so forth. So tell everybody what happened. What did you do different this year? And again, we've been watching you progress this year, and so this literally is the icing on the cake for you with respect to sitting here today. So kind of tell everybody what the change was. What did you do this year?
Well, last year I was using like 3 or 4 different ball companies, mixing it up a little bit too much, and it was kind of more difficult. And this year I'm strictly motive, so it's a little bit different when you throw in one ball and you can actually go to the next and know what it's going to do.
Now, how many pieces of equipment do you have? How many balls do you have? Motor balls do you have?
Like 6 or 6, like 5 or 6.
5 or 6. And then how many did you bring today?
I brought 6 of them.
You brought them all.
Yeah.
Now, and you're learning how to make the transition when the lane is short. You know which ball to use. When it's long, you know which one to use. hand positions and so forth. You just basically worked on your game, but I think the consistency in the equipment makes all the difference.
Oh yes,
is that about right?
I believe so.
And kind of, if you kind of think about it, when we watch the guys on the PBA, they have the shirt, with their ball sponsor, like you got Motive here, and they always list what balls are using from aggressive to not aggressive and so forth, and it makes a difference because manufacturers, when they build their equipment, they expect you to be using their whole arsenal, so that as lane conditions are different, or you need something more aggressive or less aggressive, you can just kind of just notch yourself up, and that's exactly what happened to you. And your game has been phenomenal. I mean, we've been watching it all year. And then last week, I wish I'd been here to see it because I really wanted to see you win that first. Actually, it was your second title, but the first one this year with your new arsenal. But I happened to see you today, man, and you were just on fire. You were on fire. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
This is a true American master. So tell everybody about yourself. What do you do for a living?
Oh, I'm self-employed. I own a welding company, mostly strictly automotive, a little bit of military work.
Okay. Got family? Got kids?
I'm married with two daughters, one 7-year-old and one 2-year-old.
Say hello. Say to them.
Hello.
What's her name?
Hi, Ashley. Hi, Emma.
What's your wife's name?
Hi, Victoria.
What's your girlfriend's name? Yeah, I almost got you, didn't I? Anyway, anybody that you want to thank before we?
I just like to thank the American Masters. Everybody that's in it and involved, they're always here to help us.
Mm-hmm. Well, Kevin, we love having you as part of our family. You are a true American master. You are a champion. You've proved it. You have 3 titles to your credit, back to back. That's how I won mine to be. Many years ago when I was bowling out there, same thing happened to me. I won one and then came into the finals and won the finals. So I know exactly how you're feeling right now. But we are so proud of you. You keep coming back, tournament to tournament, and you are a master, man. You are an American master, so I'm very proud of you. But you didn't come here to hear my praise, did you? You came here to win some money and some titles and some hardware. So my lovely assistant here. Anyway, all right. So first thing, we have the first place prize fund of about $700 here.
Cool.
And then he was smart enough to get into the Eagles Nest. We were actually teasing when we were watching the qualifying going, because there were a couple of folks that you guys were bowling against that weren't in the Eagles Nest. We're like, wait a minute, if they win and they sit here, the Eagles Nest carries over and it'll be really big, but we were happier to give it to you than have it carry over. So I've got additional money for the Eagles Nest, which is our progressive jackpot. When you come to the tournament, you pay an additional fee. You make it through qualifying, make it through match play, sit next year, you get the Eagles Nest. So not a bad day, man.
No,
plus you got the ball bonus. Okay, and you win a couple jackpots, so you're gonna be walking home. I think we can get some guards here. We'll have the guards take you out, man. Make sure you don't get robbed. And then, most important, got your year champion plaque.
Thank you.
Add that to the one that you already had from last week,
yep.
Folks. Kevin Chapoton.
Yep.
I got it right.
Awesome.
Our handicap division champion here at Sunny Brook Lanes. Folks, we'll see you when the season starts next year. Take care. Have a great summer, everybody. Bye-bye.